I'm starting to see more what the sensors are doing, and that is they are proving the case. So in fact, here, what we have on our notes here, sensory is like proving my case. Intuition is jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
And so if you're SI, you're going to go slow to prove your personal conclusions.
Yes.
It's almost like you're stacking your conclusions in the sensory vertically. I'll talk about that in a minute. Or you're connecting your connections horizontally in an SE way. There'll be some kind of stacking there. But it's also going slow to prove random conclusions versus the intuition is going fast and doing guesses for personal conclusions or fast guesses for random conclusions, right? So we kind of unpack that. So it's like when we're listening to Saviors, so when we do the video typing, let's try to get an example, get some fucking grounding here. We're doing the video typing, right? So one of my favorite ones is the morning routine, like how people so what's your morning routine like, right? It's a good one where you see people like quickly start to separate the sensory and the intuition.
We had a good one with an any stuff.
I knew stuff. Anyways, so mid-afternoon, I'm now... Anyway, the problem with the universe is like, whoa, we got here fast.
So fast.
The sensories are going to work up there to their conclusion of whatever their conclusion may be based on their decider. I love my morning routine, or I hate it, or it's efficient, or it's not working. Whatever their end conclusion is,
right.
They're not going to tell you that until later, or maybe not at all. They're going to slowly build their case. So the sensories will start off, I get up at 7:30, or I get up early, and then I then I get dressed, then I take a shower, then I brush my teeth. And so it's, again, like you're picturing it to where they're proving their case that if you had to stand in the court of law and Sally says she has a good fast...
I don't believe you. Did you really brush your teeth? And they're like,
right.
I told you. I went and made sure I told you all of the things I actually did.
The sensory is building a case of, you can follow me along. The intuitives are like, let me stack or connect conclusions. And you better hope that whatever sensor did all the work to build that, you better hope that's fucking right. Because they're just grabbing the end.
Yes.
Which may or may not be right.
That's what freaks me out. I'm like, you don't even know if that one giant jump to conclusion was correct, and now you're just grabbing more shit and building an entire story when there's so many of those things. If you pulled them apart and analyzed,
which is the scientific method, like forces the S in the N.
Yes.
It's so much tortoise in the hare analogy, jumping to the conclusion that the sensory is so fucking slow, but it's accurate. If I were to build on it, I'd be slow as hell. I'd have to be 500 years old to get somewhere, but I would get somewhere.
So it'd be okay if you have time. The problem is sometimes, and this is why survival, if the fucking waves are going way out into the ocean,
I need all the sensory.
Maybe you
go out there and gather it up. Go gather the sensory. I'm going to run for the fucking mountain.
That one traumatized me pretty good. We were watching like a live leak one time where it was like, they had actual video footage of that giant, is it a tsunami?
Yeah, the Japanese tsunami.
Yeah, the Japanese. So that, like, watching all of these people, I'm like, oh, there's all the sensors just staring.
Totally.
Staring
and all the ends are fucking booking it.
The ends are just running.
And don't take that literally.
No, of course. Of course you're going to have some
kind of the archetype of that function, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm using it for the purpose of growth. Because conceptually, what the sensors will do is wait until...
the facts hit them in the fucking face. Okay. Well, it's accurate. Yep. You're gone.
But then you have idiots that are intuitives that are like, UFOs sucked my brains
there's people
this
like
is what
there's
happened,
people like me
like,
that won't even stay at a beach for 7 days because I'm so afraid of a tidal wave. Right?
We
go to the beach and I'm just like
tidal wave.
We go to the beach and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit by the window. If that water fucking moves, you know where I'm going. You gotta stay caught up. I'm running.
Oh my god.
It's like when we go to the hotels, like, okay, which window am I breaking out? Which car am I gonna jump on?
Every time.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. Nice theories, jackasses. Let's go to the Lewis Howes show and just play a clip at random.
Let's find
of somebody who's intuitive or sensory, somebody we don't know, and let's just see, are they jumping to conclusions? This guy here, you remember him, just building every single goddamn data point. This guy here going to NF Crazyland, leaving you behind.
Yes.
Who's somebody we've never seen before? One of these gooblers?
Sure, whatever.
Money is a resource. It is there. The minute you're afraid of money, the minute you're afraid of anything, no one has ever asked me how to negotiate. And I don't know why. It's what I do all day long.
I don't know why. Fucking guess, homie.
Yes!
All right, let's jump past the bullshit. Shut out of context, 40-minute mark.
And I think so many people either focus on the money. You know how they say a watched pot never boils? Like if you put the pot, right, like on the burner to boil water.
We know the analogy.
You put the pot on the burner and you go watch TV.
Stop
and it's
talking.
It's the same exact amount of time, but your connection to that time is different.
Is this guy leaving you in the dust? Or are you like, yeah. So you put the pot on the stove, and then you dial the knob to 575 degrees, and you wait patiently.
This is exactly how I talk. I was going to say, this guy feels familiar.
And Lewis is like, yay, we're going super slow and saying nothing!
And presenting opportunities and presenting value. Show your value, and also show what your position would be like if you weren't there.
Just my guess.
So-
He's probably a double observer, probably lead TI. I'm going to do the work, but you got to show them your value. So he's going to be swinging hard on the T and the F.
Yeah.
So really good. So the double observing is even better because
Yes.
the S in the end is going to be real subtle. This is where the
I'm
checklist.
seeing channel changing and sensory. So I'm
Really
seeing
good.
possibly my observers in the middle.
Really good.
And present your value, and that's how you make more money. And if you don't have a job, then there's 1,000 places you can make money. There's so many things you can do today. Figure out what you like talking about. Go do that thing and do it more. And find other people who like talking about
Thinker
those same
talk.
things.
It's just
This
the
is
side of
some
time.
kind of thinker that is definitely ST talk.
And there you go. So as an audience member, is this guy blowing you away? Is he leaving the planet? Is he jumping to conclusions?
It's slow.
It's slow as
It's
hell.
slow. The sensors were so slow.
But if you sit there for 2 hours, you'd be like, yeah, your point's true. I can follow you on
you
that.
proved it.
Yeah, we get it. Show up to your workplace. You're scared of people. The T and the F imbalance.
right.
Show your value, and then go to work. Yeah, I got it.
So the feeling that the sensory feels is that we're constantly going to be called liars. That is something that
They're afraid of, yeah.
At my core, in my soul,
you're gonna be
in
called
my
slow.
animalistic blood,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be called a liar because my information is not proved enough.
So therefore, the accuracy it justifies to go slow because the feeling
Yes.
it is because it goes back down to where's the wiring. It's like the not shameful of,
Right.
not ashamed to go
not
slow,
afraid, yeah, not
because they're
embarrassed.
afraid to not be accurate, which is why the sensor's like, what the hell are you ends doing?
And what are you guys embarrassed about? Is it literally saying drink 8 ounces of water that you're embarrassed to say something so dumb? Is that what it is? Okay.
It also feels like my skin's on fire.
I know,
like
why?
I get the wiggles, like ADD
But
wiggles of like
why?
I can't. The body just seems to be wired to it.
Stop telling me your FI. Tell me reasons of like why that is happening.
It honestly feels like if the tsunami is coming, speed is so important. Accuracy
okay.
is not very important. Speed. And so if we're like,
If the
pot,
aliens were actually coming.
P-O-T, let's agree, pot is spelled P, and then they're just going through the same, like, you're just in this panic of like, I got 15.
Aliens are coming!
I got 15 conclusions to stack, and I'm stacking versus
Yeah,
any
yeah,
collecting. And we're going to spend all our time on just proving the first one. I have so many that I need to build on.
Oh, okay. Just
Got to get to the next conclusion, the next concept.
And just don't not have it balanced because you're going to be stacking all those because you're in such a damn hurry. And by the way, 99% of them are bullshit.
Yeah.
That was fake. That one was also fake. That one was also fake. So careful.
I can't believe that the human race has made it this far. We are all just so fucking nuts.